Good evening, and welcome to the most dramatic episode of the Bach Boys yet. I'm Ryan S.
I'm KCS.
I'm Daniel B.
And I'm Jake C.
Boys, should we do a very somber toast in light of this week's events?
Here.
To Ben.
To Ben.
It's been a very difficult week for everyone in Bachelor Nation. A lot of drama in the Bahamas, so we're referring to this week as Bahama drama. It's all too real. And so we're going to get right into it because there's a lot to talk about. We had the not-so-dramatic conclusion of last week's events where, no surprise, Jennifer Just Friends, Saviano, hit the road, Ben center packing. I didn't care.
I called it from a mile away. I knew that my pick, Olivia, was at least going to stick around for one more week. Ben's just not the type of guy to, revoke a rose. That would have been Bachelor history right there. And I just don't think he had it in him.
I think she weaseled her way in. Dan, I'm using the W word again because she's a little rodent-esque on occasion.
I think Daniel brings up a good point, though, in that, Ben is not any type of guy to make any type of history anywhere. He's just, he doesn't leave his mark like Lauren H. would do.
Not like Lauren H.
Good
dinosaur.
He's just like, he might have thought about it for a minute, and he was like, no, that's mean.
I think he just kind of was like, well, I got to get rid of Jen anyway. So
He's like, I just met her tonight.
Yeah. This was our first conversation, so I'm not really feeling this chick. But the real meat of the drama, so we got through that. It was not dramatic and literally nothing happened. But the real meat of the drama this week was Leah.
What?
Yeah, where the heck did this come from?
Who is this person that's been on the show?
I know. I feel like
the whole time, and now we're seeing this evil side of her?
Well, we never saw any side of her, to be honest. So it's not like, I guess we all assumed she was really nice just because she was like, oh, these is nice things, little comments here and there, but
she sat right up front in the Spanish class. She was so eager.
There was nothing to learn in this episode, so she figured, I'll just mess with everybody else.
Honestly. Well, and the fact, you said something, we never learned a lot about her, but then Ben, learned even less about her. And that was her thing. She was like, well, Ben doesn't know anything about me. And it's like, well, you don't talk to him. And she's like, why doesn't he talk to me? And I'm like, because you don't show interest in communicating with him. You're playing these crazy, magnetism mind games, and they ain't working for you. You're not Olivia.
The insane thing was that she walked herself into her own demise. You know what I mean? She tried to go for the jugular, and she went after Lauren B. But basically,
well, that was so interesting that from the beginning that she started going after Lauren B, saying that she was fake and that she doesn't care about this process, and I think she's just misreading from her own insecurities.
She really flew too close to the sun with that one. She's like, I'm going to chop off the head of the snake. I'm going to take out literally the only person here who has a chance at winning, and it just did not work. And it's so sad when you see that happen. Like these girls who just kind of really have no shot, just kind of throw the Hail Mary of mudslinging on the other contestants.
And it totally backfired. It always backfires, but this was we watched it backfire, because she was basically poo-pooing all over his future wife. Ben was like, don't talk about my future fiance like that.
Yeah, that's the thing. To quote John Mulaney, that's my wife you're talking about. You know what I mean? You just don't go for Lauren B. She's the sacred cow of this season.
Yeah, it always happens on this show that a girl will get kicked off for going after someone else, and just by doing that you lose your own time. But if you're gonna go after someone, you don't pick the top dog. Yeah. You don't go for I don't know. You go for someone like Jen Just Friends, and she's like, I deserve a rose more than your best friend over there. But no.
Well, and the fact of the matter is, who's she trying to kid? It's so obvious that everyone in that house loves Lauren B. And I don't know. I think Leah was just so insecure about her lack of a connection that she just attacked the most obvious connection,
Insecurity is definitely where it came from. She was feeling confused, she was feeling emotional, and what she decided to do was take it out on Lauren B, who replied with just such sweetness and sincerity. She said, I don't know why anyone would I wouldn't use my time with Ben to talk about anyone else. You know what I mean? She's there for the right reasons, and it's clear to me that Leah wasn't. It's clear to me that Leah moved from the camp of people trying to find love to people trying to compete on a show to stay on vacation longer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
absolutely.
Well, the thing is, I can kind of relate to Leah because I don't think Casey's real. I think Casey is fake. and maybe it's because I'm insecure because he's funnier than me and better looking than me and wearing a cool hoodie like Ben did in the Bahamas.
Are you
But I
telling
think
me
he's fake.
Are you telling me he's different on the show than he is around the apartment?
Yeah, he's different when it's just me and him.
Guys, I don't know. I heard that someone was talking about me, and I don't know who would say such a thing.
I would never. I am not that kind of person. I hate that kind of person. Who would do that? Daniel, what did you say about Casey?
I'm just gonna say that I love the fact that Casey right now is 2-on-1 Bachelor Ben. If you're watching the video version, his outfit is amazing. From the unzipped like white inside jacket, the tousled hair.
Look, guys, I don't want to waste any of our time right now. Like, time is short on this little 4-on-4. I don't know what to call it.
A 3-on-1?
A battle royale.
But I want to make a point about Leah, and is that I think I in a way feel bad for her.
Oh, yeah.
And I know that like everyone's like it's easy to hate someone who's so out of their freaking mind, but she she was in a really tough situation like all the other girls were, where they were on a group date with Lauren B. And we finally got to see what happens when people get to see Lauren B. and Ben.
Yeah, everyone was
How
rocked.
could you not crack?
Well, everyone just kept saying how obsessed he was with her, and I was like, yeah, he is. That's my pick. Boom.
Yeah, and see, everybody knows it. And later on, when Leah started spreading that poison, you know, she the way she put it was like, "There's someone in this house that you have the most chemistry with. That, you know, blah blah blah, poison." But that's how she set her up. And then when Lauren came in, Ben's like, "Yeah, someone told me that the person that I get along with the best and have the most chemistry with in this house isn't very true to me." And she's like, "Why would I not be true to you?" There was no question like, "Am I the one that you have most chemistry with?"
Yeah.
It was just they both accepted like, "Yeah, nope, that's true."
I love the fact what you brought up last week on the show, like, hey, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Huh? Like they're basically
Yeah,
already together.
In this one, like they were so crunched for time, they're like, "You know what? We're gonna have to do it on their clock because we're not gonna get any one-on-one time." So on the group date in the ocean with the piggies, they let the piggies be the distraction, and everybody got a taste of that. But like Casey said, the one person who needed to see it did not get to, and that was Olivia.
Yeah, well, that poetic justice came because Olivia went home. We have our first loser.
Yeah.
Loser.
Can you guys
but
just
seriously, you're a good guy.
I hope
Can
you
you
packed
guys-
your bags.
Yeah, can you guys just leave me alone on some beach and just do a 360 shot and fly away?
We'll do the Star Wars The Force Awakens final shot around you.
All right, let me just pack my bags and cry while doing so.
Do what it is that you researched crying to be.
See, I here's the thing. I picked Olivia from the very, very beginning. Fair shot. There was a point in the episode we were talking about tonight where we thought, you know, that our 4 picks could very well be the top 4. But to be honest, like, I'm happy Olivia's gone. I was rooting for her for so long. But I just want to get down to the nitty gritty, get down to who's really there for Ben. And it's clear to me, I was just getting tired of her antics.
I just loved the way it happened because it was the peak of her manipulation, you know, because she was just trying to figure out what she needed to say to prove she had a stronger connection than Emily so that Emily would go home and Olivia could stay. And Olivia was like, I know, I'll stutter and say I'm in love with him. And she like Porky Pigged it. She was like, I'm in love with you.
Your cousin would be proud.
Yeah, thank you. Keeping in the fam. Olivia dropping the L-bomb.
Yeah, I mean, that's the crazy thing. She totally played that. It was so fake. And it broke my heart because Ben doesn't need that right now. You know what I mean? It was tough to see my pick just throwing the word love out so casually as if, you know, it was her last chance at staying on this wild vacation.
Well, and then he
Another
just
week.
and then it just he was like, I can't reciprocate that, you know, and like that was cool, like, you know, to see Ben like, oh, she's actually, I think he believed that she was in love with him because I think he believes everything she said to
It
him.
totally backfired.
It
He's
did,
like,
yeah.
whoa, this girl loves me and I just don't feel the same way.
Yeah.
Where in her mind was, I want to show Ben how serious I am about this. And the thing about Emily, like, she was calling Emily young. They're the exact same age.
But
years-wise.
Emily is weirdly like seems a lot younger than
like
Olivia.
innocent.
Olivia just seems like she's been around the block. She seems like a 52-year-old trapped in a 23-year-old's body.
Or just from another planet.
it's possible. It is a popular theory here in the Bach Boys studio that Olivia is not of this earth.
Ben just thinks he's a part of the plot of the thing, and he has to figure out which one was the alien, and he figured it out. But I'm stoked Emily's got the rose. I really don't think she's going to be around much longer, but I'm happy because she totally deserved it over Olivia.
Oh, Emily's so sweet. We're all big fans of the Ferguson twins, Haley and Emily. We're gonna come down to Marquee in Vegas and just get us a free table because we can't pay for that.
I think the thing that's kind of crazy to me still about it is that like the whole time I was watching this, I was like, yeah, I hate Olivia. She's just like human poo-poo and all that. But like, but I was looking at Emily. I was like, I just don't see them being in love. I just can't see them being in love. And at the end of the day, that's
Emily
the thing
and Ben?
that saved her. Yeah. That Emily and Ben, I just looked at Emily and Ben. I was like, I just don't see love there. And it's like, oh, well, that's what he needed to hear, that there's no love at all, and he just wants to work on it.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Point.
he wants things to progress naturally and equally, because that's a big thing in a relationship is like if you're not moving forward on an even plane, someone's going to get hurt, And obviously very sad for Olivia. But how funny was it when we saw that shot of her sitting in the sand with Ben and she was buried like all the way up to her cankles?
Cankles? What cankles?
You can't see them. They're in the dirt.
Dude, I've never had any feet, Ben, or ankles, or calves.
I'm just really interested about her bad breath. Like, we heard about it a couple times,
Yeah, well, it's such a big mouth. I imagine like the oral hygiene upkeep to maintain fresh breath for her.
It takes a village.
Straight up. She's probably got a team of dental hygienists that she keeps on call.
You would have thought with them being in the Bahamas, there'd be at least one or two ready and willing villages, but no one could keep up.
Only the piggies, but they were cripplingly misunderstood. All the girls were so afraid of them. They just wanted chicken dogs.
Why were they feeding the pigs hot dogs?
No, they were chicken. They were chicken hot dogs.
Okay. I heard them say chicken at one point,
And then
it seemed like the reason that they were feeding them hot dogs was just to have the girls run around wiggling hot dogs.
Well, I got to tell you, that was some great TV.
Yeah.
Speaking frankly,
this whole episode
this was a
great
great
TV.
episode.
Oh, it was fantastic.
When Leah was talking about like me and Ben just need to take that next leap, and then it cuts to Ben and Kayla on their one-on-one jumping off the boat,
Just leaping.
I want him to think that I'm a catch, and they're reeling in a fish. The storm
editing.
rolling in, the editing. I mean, truly, like some intern must have just snuck in there and totally flipped ABC post-production.
I'll tell
station
you
on
what
their
intern.
its head. What?
Chris B. Harrison.
Oh,
He finally got in that edit suite and made sweet Chris B. love to that editing board.
Just twisting that knife in the final touches of the post-production process. No, but the editing for the show has always been amazing, and the music is amazing, and they got so lucky with this weather because a storm was a-brewing with the ladies.
that wasn't luck.
And
That was ABC's producer stink.
you think they did like a rain dance, a ceremony? Chris Harrison is a shaman.
Disney owns the weather.
True.
Something else that was really crazy about this whole episode was that we saw so many little production ghosts, and I don't know if we've clarified production ghosts yet on the show, but
haven't.
they're the little moments when you see, oh, is that a camera guy, or oh, maybe is that a sound guy? But you never really know because they're just there for a second. But we saw a whole bunch of them this episode, and
There's nowhere to hide.
Yeah, seriously, it was like so much open space they couldn't go anywhere. We saw him a lot over the helicopter shots of Olivia alone. We saw a couple like in Ben's hotel room, I think. Oh, and in the limo when Lauren H left, pour one out right on the technology. Poor her.
she never made her mark, did she?
But some great airtime
She
for the
made a
production.
mark. I'd like to think she made.
Did
a mark.
we cover? Sorry, did we cover one of the production ghosts taking Olivia's luggage away? That was some great airtime for production ghosts right there.
Well, there's times where some of the producers get involved, which is always hilarious. Like, because I've seen a producer console a girl once, which is hilarious. And Jorge, the bartender from Bachelor in Paradise, he's like the ultimate production ghost. Because what the heck did that guy deserve so much screen time for? He was something special.
So I was thinking about something. So every girl has their own producer, right? Like their own go-to person. I'm wondering.
Is that true? I didn't even know that.
It is.
Wow.
They all have their own personal thing.
Wow.
And so that's why the producers, they get so close with them and they can figure out what their personal stuff is and they relay. So it's like their go-to coach. So this is what I'm wondering too. Over the seasons, there's always like the crazy girl. There's always the mean one. There's always like, something nuts that happens. I'm wondering if it's like the same type of producer goes with the same type of girl. Like I'm wondering if Olivia has the producer that went with like the crazy people from last year and stuff like that.
It'd be worth looking into. Might ruin the magic a little bit,
Yeah.
but
I'd be interested to see who gets that mirror ball trophy at the end of each season.
Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sean Lowe was actually on Dancing with the Stars. That was a fun season. What a guy. Let's just talk about Sean Lowe. I could talk about him forever, man. What a guy. But Olivia went home. Sorry, Daniel.
Rip.
You lost.
There it goes. So
first tribute for the bet, whatever it ends up being, submit it to us. It might be jumping out of a cake like his own pick did. Might be recreating a silly video of the proposal of the introductions, like one of our viewers told
or
us.
I might just get tased.
Yeah, we could just tase him. So if you want that,
that's me. But let's hear about your guys' picks. Where are we in the runnings? I know Kayla had a 1-on-1 this week,
which was weird.
She did. That was strange. I think we all are in agreement that I at least felt very blindsided here, and I want to get your guys' take, but I have a lot of feelings about this because she's my pick. So does anyone have any thoughts about her?
Yeah, I think she's confusing.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a while since we've seen her, and I kind of forgot how kind of combobulating she can be to watch.
Well, the red flags just showing through. She dumped her boyfriend to come on this show, and by now that guy's probably just punching himself in the face repeatedly. Like that guy's got to hate his life right now. And
that would be the worst.
That would suck. That would stink bad. But yeah, she kept saying like, "Oh, I don't want to confuse you, but like I love you, and I also don't want to break your heart, and I feel like I will break your heart, but I really care about you, but I don't trust you enough to tell you anything about myself."
I think she straight up just doesn't love him. I think she knows that Ben's not the right type of person for her, and they're both playing the nice game back and forth, and no one's gonna win.
Well, this brings me to something, guys, that I have to get off my chest here on the air. I've done a lot of thinking.
You're scaring me, Casey.
I've done a lot of thinking about in between.
That's never good.
In between the cocktail party and the rose ceremony. And
what cocktail party?
Yeah, we didn't
the
have a
cocktail party
party.
that never was. But listen, here's the thing.
Oh God.
We on the Bach Boys, we take the right reasons very seriously. We believe
we all do.
that Ben is here for the right reasons, and for that reason, every girl who shows up to have his heart needs to be the same.
Yeah, of course.
I know Kayla's my pick, but I'm gonna go ahead right now on the show and retire from the race for winning with my pick.
What?
This is whoa. This is Bach Boys history right here.
This is the most dramatic episode yet. I told you.
Look, here's the thing. She's not here for the right reasons.
Gosh.
I've never been more certain of anything in my life. Watching her speak to Ben, she said something that she realized she didn't mean at all in saying that she was falling in love with him, and then tried to skate around it for like 3 minutes with him, just trying to be like, but I don't want to let you know where I'm at. If you love someone, you want to let them know entirely where you're at, and you want to tell them things. And everyone knows on the show I take love very seriously. She doesn't. And for that reason, Kayla, I'm going to take my moment, and I'm going to say my goodbyes to you.
Wow.
Okay.
Shoot.
Unprecedented moment in Bach Boys history.
Does this mean that you're forfeiting from the run?
I don't care if she even wins. I want no part of her winning.
Loser.
Wow.
Loser.
Whoa.
Loser.
Well, hold on.
Loser. I'm
there's
excited.
a degree of respect there.
No, he's a loser.
No, here's the thing.
I mean,
Casey
of course
and I are
he
out.
is, and he deserves everything that's coming to him. But like,
See
wow,
the taser.
I guess I'm still fourth though. So thanks for waiting.
You just beat out Casey.
yeah. Bet wise, but who knows how far Kayla's
So
gonna
now
go?
we have JoJo
It looks like
and
she
Lauren
might
B.
be in the fantasy suite from those teasers.
I doubt it though.
I doubt it. I don't know if the camera is gonna.
Well,
get
sometimes
in
it's in like the doorway right at the beginning. So
this was no doorway.
Are
it
we
was up
ever
close
going to
and
leave
personal.
like this tropical setting? It seems they're perpetually in. They go to like New York or something. I think.
Well, they go to hometown.
Should we just talk about the what we think for the future?
Yeah, I guess. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
we kind of covered Lauren. Just to talk about my girl real quick. I think they had their first fight this week, and it was really dramatic. But I think that
Another indicator for her winning.
a successful
Yeah.
couple on The Bachelor always gets into like a tiff, because that's when if you're really opening up, that's when sparks start to fly. And I think that's just further proof that I'm correct. Everyone else was talking about it. I'm always talking about it. Lauren B, keep doing your thing. Although speculating about the rest of the season from the season preview, I have doubts about what's going to happen.
It's really insane. We watched that ending a bunch of times trying to decode who was on the phone, what's going on. Ben was in tears.
Ben looked messed up.
Yeah.
Ben looked like he'd been through hell and back. I don't know what, because what did he say? He said, I've made the biggest mistake of my life. I'm about to get on one knee, but unfortunately, I'm just in love with someone else. Like, what the heck?
Yeah, it seems like what happens is he tells one of the final two to leave, and before the final one arrives, he kind of gets cold feet or kind of maybe warm feet back for the first one and wants her back.
Should we just speak very candidly on what we think is going to happen? Because
yeah, of course. I mean, I'd love to. My problem is that I can't imagine any scenario where he doesn't just go all out for Lauren B. I don't know what's going to happen that could screw that up.
Look, I think it's clear as day what's going to happen. He's going to bring back Mandy.
Crazy Mandy try hard.
I miss her.
she was
but
actually I watched her audition tape on YouTube. Actually,
way.
really funny. Like they totally made her look weird for the show, but go watch it. It's a great
wow,
watch.
I'll check that out.
It's her giving a tour of her apartment. She's like, I'm just a single girl living here by myself. But yeah, let me show you what it's like for me. And she's like, this is my fridge. And the camera pans over and there's like a naked dude, like super buff, like scrubbing her table. She's like, I used to be an alcoholic, so I just like make sure I have a lot of milk here. And then she's like, let's go check out my bathroom. Pans down another like super jacked naked guy, like cleaning the wall.
What?
It's really funny.
Wait,
Like,
that's awesome.
Wow.
it's real. Yeah.
Way to go, Mandy.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So, respect.
But in all seriousness, he's never going to call her back because I just who could he possibly be on
who
the
was
phone
on
with?
the phone? Lauren B, his mom?
It's his mom. It's his
No,
mom.
no, it sounded like Lauren.
I think it was Sean Lowe.
Sean, I've made the biggest mistake of my life.
What? Oh no, it was hello? It was like
It's like, hello? Mom? I can't do it.
okay, so here's
I'm not a
how many
broken-hearted
weeks
girl.
do we have left? This was week 6. Do we have 4 weeks left? We have 7, 8, 9, and 10.
That's a great question.
Okay, so let's just say that there's 10. This is
We
the
should
order I
know
think is
that.
who's going to go home next. I think Emily is next, then
Becca.
then JoJo, then
Really?
Wait,
then
wait.
Kayla?
no, sorry,
And
Kayla,
Kayla's going to go.
then JoJo, then Stanton number 2, being the next Bachelorette, then number 1, Lauren B.
Okay.
I mean, I'm in the business of predictions, so I'm
Yeah.
going to throw mine out there. I think I like, in all seriousness, sorry, Mandy, but I think I think that he's going to send Lauren B home.
no.
Down to the last 2. He's gonna be with Stanton, and he's gonna have to send her back in the limo and call up Lauren to be like, come back.
What if what Leah said gets into his head and he actually believes that Lauren is fake and isn't taking it seriously and he has to send her home because of his doubts, but then he's just not over her?
Well, then he doesn't deserve her.
Well,
Oh, well, if he turns his back on her. I know it's happened in the past, but like this is something special.
people make mistakes, man, and especially in a situation like this. I don't know. I mean, that's my new theory right now. I think that's what's going to happen. I don't know when he's going to send her home, but I think he might. It's tough. It's tough for me because she's my pick.
I just the part that's most confusing to me is how are we going to get to this point? Like he's like a puppy dog around her. You know what I mean? He's
Yeah,
just so in
exactly.
love. So, oh man, but is he really going to be with Stanton? It would not strike me as the type for Ben to pick up Amanda's kids. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Well, I just don't think that he would. I don't think he's ready to be a stepdad of 2. And
dude, if he picks her though, because Amanda's from Orange County. That means Ben's going to be living close to me if he decides to come down.
Well,
there.
unless
Or
she moves to
moving in
Denver
with her.
yeah, but Denver or Orange County, come on.
Well, he's got a very successful tech business up there, Dan. He can't just bail on that.
That's true.
Where are your clear eyes tonight? They're hazy.
Clearly behind that Denver haze, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, the Bahama storms. The
That
Bahama.
Maui Wowie, bruh.
Brah.
So
But yes, but seriously.
Yeah, you know. Can I talk about JoJo maybe?
Yeah, what do you think? What do you got to say?
she's a firm lock for 3rd place.
No, man.
Yeah.
I think that we have the same prediction, only it's going to go for me. Ferguson first, Emily,
Yeah.
and then Becca,
Yes.
then Kayla. Then Kayla.
yeah.
Maybe even Kayla sooner, depending on how much time
Yeah.
he gets to spend with her and see how kind of like.
So
not
we
there
don't
for the
think
right
Kayla's
reasons.
fantasy suite. We don't think Kayla's fantasy
No.
suite.
I do. I don't know. I just think he's not going to keep Amanda as long because if he's not ready to be a stepdad, he doesn't want to keep her away from her kids. You know.
We see the kids come. So isn't that week 3? Isn't that the hometown dates?
Third week out, you mean?
So we know for Amanda's for sure in there because we saw her kids.
All right. You know,
What were you going to say, Jake? Sorry.
now that I'm thinking about it, I'm going to adjust. So, Emily, Becca, Kayla, JoJo, Stanton. No. Darn it, I messed it up. You guys messed
We
me
know
up.
Stanton.
Whatever, it doesn't matter. The
We know
point is,
JoJo. We go.
I don't need
we
to- I don't
see
need
her
to give predictions.
hometown, and we meet
There's-
Stan's kids.
It's too early to give
It's getting too
predictions.
heady.
It
The
is.
fact of the matter is that for me this week,
Yeah, I can use a
JoJo turned into a bro. It just seemed like they were palling around, and he's just like, hey, like, can you help me with these other girls? Like, that's really what it seemed like to me. So I don't know if I just really see Lauren, and I'm getting torn up about whatever's going to happen. And unfortunately, we're running out of time here.
Yeah.
We're going to have to take a moment to say our goodbyes. But
Gentlemen, this is our last topic of the night. You can take a moment to. Isn't that the thing?
what was the?
Sorry, I'm taking your job.
No. You did have that bit.
It was viewers, boys. This is the last topic of the night.
That's right.
Yeah.
So we're going to take a moment and say our goodbyes. It's been a real pleasure, if not mildly heart-wrenching, but we'll all get through. And we'll meet you on the other side for week 7.
Oh, if you want to connect with us, if you're this far in the episode, it means you're a real friend. You can find us on the Twitters. You can find us on the Instagrams. You can find us on YouTube. Please hit us with that subscribe and our website.
All the YouTubes or just one YouTube?
Just one YouTube.
Only the one YouTube.
Yeah. But hit us on that that IG and that Twitter right there.
And share this if you like it, because we're trying to get the word out. We want to spread the love with the Bachelor Nation. Just throw up a Facebook link. Tweet us. Come on.
And write in on our website, www.batchboys.net.
Submit your ideas for the dares, because now you have 2 confirmed suckers who are going to have to do it.
Yeah,
so
that's true. Things are
punk
getting
them.
heated.
Punk them hard. Gentlemen, to Ben.
To Ben.
To Ben. Whoa, you guys drank quick.
Yeah.
I was trying to get Casey's at one point.
He loves that Moscato.
And see.